Hey, what's up, everybody? I know I've been gone. I know a lot of y'all have been asking me what happened. I went from recording videos every day and posting and all that to just being cold turkey and not posting at all. Um, there's a reason. um, my mom died. Um, so I needed some time to process that and come to terms with this new normal. And I was not really I won't say not really. I wasn't ready to face it, and part of me still isn't. It doesn't feel real. And as much advice and love and support and guidance and all that that I give out, and being a safe space for everybody else, I needed time to be that for myself, if that makes sense. And this video will be kind of long because this is the first time that I'm actually speaking about it, and I need to get to a place where I could talk about it without breaking down because that has happened a lot. That has happened a whole lot. And it's been tough. It's been really tough. I keep waiting for the phone to ring and for her to call me and say, "Hey, baby," or "Hey, son," or waiting for a text message to come through, you know, and it just, it just really hasn't been easy for me. And I just wanted to give myself grace and time to grieve properly because I this is something that I don't think I'll ever heal from, you know. Losing your mom. My mom was like my best friend. She was my twin. Like before, because I'm the oldest. I have seven siblings. I'm the oldest. I do have an older sister, but that was from, my dad's previous relationship before he met my mom. So while I still consider her my sister, obviously, she, didn't grow up in the household with me. So my mom's kids, there were four of us, and then she adopted four more because she loves kids. Um, so there were eight of us, and I was the oldest. But before all of them came, it was just me and mom, you know. And she was a nurse, and at the time, she was real young. She was only 18 when she had me. So we're not that, far off in age. And at the time, she was a nurse. So she couldn't afford, paying for babysitting and then first house and first car, all that good stuff. So I would go to work with her every day. So we built a bond like we were like this. And my mom were super, super close. Like I learned how to draw blood and do vitals and all of that stuff when I was like 4 or 5 years old. And she and I like never we never really lost that connection. Even when my siblings came, we were always close. She would read to me at night. She would help me study for like my spelling bees and all my exams and all of that stuff. So we had like a special connection that, a mom and their first child share. Like no matter how many other siblings you have, we had a very, very strong bond even when we disagreed, because we did. we did. Mom was a Gemini, and she was the definition of a twin. Like she was either sweet as sugar or cussing you out. She had no middle ground. Trust me, you would rather see her smiling than the opposite. But again, even then, when we disagreed, because we had two strong personalities, her being a Gemini, me being a Leo, both of us always felt like we were right in the moment. And even then, like we would always come back. We would always find our way back to each other, you know, no matter what happened. And when she started to get sick, I was right there for her. I remember when she was first diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Like that was a very, very stressful time. It was right after my grandfather passed. She got sick immediately after. Like I didn't even get time to grieve my grandfather before she got sick. So I went right into red cape, Superman mode, taking her to every doctor's appointment, every hospital visit, you name it. Like I was right there for her. And I nursed her back to health, and she got her independence back for a very long time. But you know how parents are stuck in their ways. So some things they just refuse to change. And she did not want to change her diet. Like no matter how much I encouraged her, I offered to exercise with her and help her with meal planning and prep and all those good things. And she would do it for a while and then she would be like, man, I ain't got time for that. But some things you just can't control. And her health started to slowly degenerate over time. And she was just stubborn. I love her to death. And I hate saying that because it's like I'm living it right now. But there was nothing that anybody could have done. And that's what I'm kind of coming to terms with right now. And I'm getting emotional just speaking about it because we want so bad to help people and to force them to do what we want them to do. But if it's not in them and on them to do it, there's really nothing we can do but be there and love and support them no matter what they choose. So I'm just not doing the cliche, be strong, don't cry, and all that. Like, no, I've cried multiple times. And at her service, which was just this past Thursday, um, when I got up to speak, I walked past her body. And since I didn't make it to the viewing, which was the day before, because our flight got delayed twice, did not make the viewing. My plan was to go to the viewing to see her so it wouldn't be such a shock to see her on the day of the service. But since I missed that, me walking past her body to step up to the podium and speak was the first time that I saw her. And that made it real immediately. And it was like somebody just knocked the wind out of me. When I tell you, I felt like I got punched in the face and the gut at the same time. Seeing her like that, arms crossed, eyes closed, lifeless, I couldn't take it. Like I broke down immediately. I couldn't even catch my breath. I had to go and sit. And then I had a bunch of my cousins, my aunts, and all of them. They ran up behind me. They grabbed me. They so damn short. I don't know if y'all could tell from these videos because I'm always sitting, but I'm 6'4". So they are running up, grabbing me around the waist and all that, and telling me it's gonna be okay. And I'm like, it is not gonna be okay. It is not ever gonna be okay. And those were the first words that came out of my mouth. I said, I'm not ready to speak about my mom in the past tense. I'm not, I'm still not. It still feels weird. It still feels very much foreign to speak about her in the past tense. Like I just can't pick up the phone and call her. I can't fly to California and say, hey, mom, I'm here. I don't think I'll ever get used to that. And as much as California is home, it was mostly home because of her. So it was bittersweet going back home this past week, seeing all these familiar places and things where I grew up, where we went together, the first house we ever lived in. I drove past there, first elementary school I ever went to. It was really, really heavy. And it felt like it was a dark cloud hanging over my head the entire time I was there, to the point where I couldn't wait to get home back here. Yeah. So I said all that to say I got up to speak and I could not catch my words. And y'all know, if you've been watching me for any amount of time doing these videos, I love to speak. It comes naturally for me. But that I had no words for. And as much as this is, therapeutic for me just speaking it, so it doesn't feel so heavy. It's still hard. And I'm going to get back into a rhythm of making these videos again, but it will be through a different lens. The messages will still be the same, but I won't be. And I'm learning that that's okay. I just have to learn to accept myself, accept everything that's happened, and come to terms with just moving forward, one foot in front of the other. Because I'll be honest right now, I'm moment to moment. People say one day at a time. These days are too long, and I think too much. So I'm really a moment to moment right now. Um, but I want to use this, and I'll I'll frame this another way. The reason why I didn't come immediately because she actually passed a month ago. We put off the service to give everybody time to coordinate and fly there and all those things. So I didn't want to use her as a social media soundbite or post or for clickbait or any of that. And I wanted the shock to pass so I'll be able to speak about it somewhat eloquently. And that's why you haven't heard from me. But I will still continue to do these. And I hope that this is a reflection for someone who has lost a parent or just a loved one in general. It doesn't necessarily have to be a parent. I know how much pain it is to carry. And I want you to know that it's okay. So this is as much a reminder to myself as it is to you. It's okay to grieve. And whatever that looks like for you is valid. If that means crying, if that means shutting down, quiet, going dark on social media, not talking to family, friends, whatever for whatever that looks like for you is valid. So I'm going to give myself that same advice and that same grace and say if it takes me time, if I don't feel up to posting, if I am hurting to the point where I don't feel like speaking, I'm not going to do it. Like this is my healing journey, mine alone. My brothers, my sisters, they have their own methods and they're going to have their own grieving processes and that's theirs. This is mine. So, like I said, I will continue to do these because in a way they are therapy. And just like her, in her spirit of helping people and loving unconditionally and being there to support and all those things, that's where I get it from. And that's her legacy living on through me. So for me, this is a way for me to honor her, not to use her, but to honor her and keep her spirit alive. So I really hope that just listening to these words helps somebody. I know this is an extra long video. I'm gonna chop it for, TikTok and Instagram, but I'll leave the long form video for YouTube. Um, yeah. So if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, it's the same screen name is here. You don't have to by any means, but if you want to hear the entire thing, yeah, just check it out over there. Um, yeah, that's it. Yeah, I can't do it anymore. So I'm gonna leave it just like that. Peace.